It's good. It's good when people derail all your hard work, isn't it?
Oh God! Wouldn't call it derailing. Is there really any content there? Really?
I wanted to say Metal Greymon.
Oh.
Wow, great choice. To be honest, I'm more of a War Greymon man myself. But
War Greymon. Nate, what about you?
Digimon.
Yep. Which one?
If you can name one Digimon, I'll be impressed.
Oh, there's the. Hang on.
Yep. Oh, it looks like his video's just frozen. I'm sure he'll be back in a minute. Video frozen.
Gatomon.
Oh. Not really,
How
no.
would you describe Gatomon?
Sort of surly.
Surly. Nice. Yeah.
Patamon.
Patamon, yeah. Evolves into Angemon.
Agumon.
Evolves into Angemon. Sorry?
Gabumon.
Gabumon, yeah. Gabumon evolves into Garurumon.
Yeah. Garurumon. And we're Garurumon. And Metal Garurumon.
Nice. Yeah, good knowledge.
Palmon.
Yeah. Which one?
Palmon.
Oh, Palmon, yeah. I don't know too much about that.
No. I think his signature attack was Poison Ivy.
No, that's a Batman character.
Yeah, that was...
Palmon.
Palmon, yeah.
Evolves into Togemon, evolves into Rosemon.
Yeah.
Mimi Tachikawa.
Lilymon into Rosemon, sorry.
Yes, yeah.
Pamia.
These are characters rather than the partner Digimon, Nathan.
But they're my favourite.
That wasn't the options. It was what was your favourite Digimon, not what your favourite. What was your favourite character from Digimon?
Tentamon.
Yeah, you're being stupid.
Devimon.
I
get the feeling you never really watched Digimon, Nathan.
I watched all of them.
It seems deceitful. It seems deceitful. Do an impression of a Digimon when it digivolves. What is it?
Exactly the same as a Transformer.
Yeah, and they used to roll out.
Digivolve to Greymon. Sounds more like that, mate.
I mean, that sounded like Megatron. So that's proved my point.
Excellent knowledge. Anyway, enough nostalgia about third, fourth rate turn of the millennium children's TV series. Ooh. Let's do a podcast.
Oh, let's please do one.
Bonsoir, mes chéris. Voudrais-tu m'écouter ce soir? This is FRUK Unwrapped, the official podcast of Food Review UK, and I am Stuart in the pod seat this week, because who else would the rest of the FRUK team turn to on matters of love and romance than the token northerner? Growing up in a grey industrial town, being battered by the elements and ignored by the London-centric government certainly made me hard, and I shall endeavour to have the same effect on all of you. To introduce the two people I will be spending my romantic evening with, I have fallen back on the good old cliche of Valentine's poetry. Let me start with my first poem. Roses are lovely. So's my first host. Of all the FRUK team, I fancy him the most. It's Nathaniel John James Jr., Casanova Don Juan Della FRUK Peterson.
Beautiful. You know what? When I knew that the poem was ending with an oast, I could have been sure it would have gone with spit roast.
Or on toast.
Or on toast. Yeah. How are you, Stuart? We've
done
this already.
Yeah, we have, but we did this in private.
Mm.
We did it in private.
Where we do all our best.
Correct. You seem to be drinking out of a pint glass with your age on it, Nathan.
No, it's just my favourite number. It's my favourite number of Digimon. 40.
Will you smash that pint pot on your 41st birthday?
Is that a thing, is it? Are you supposed to smash it?
Oh, I mean, you can't drink out of a 40 pint pot when you're 41.
I'll get a Sharpie or something.
I'll just correct it.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Bit of Tipex and a Sharpie, mate.
Good idea. How long until your birthday?
6 months. No, 5 months.
No.
5 months.
5 months. When are you? May? June. June. Oh, well, let's get on to the man whose birthday is much, much soon. I've got a little poem for him as well. Are you ready? Violets are blue. So was Casper Schmeichel. Is everyone in Leicester more successful than Michael?
Is that his name, Casper?
No.
He's friendly and pale, I suppose.
Shots
No, the
fired.
rest of it's water off the duck's back, mate.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's not even savage.
Is this the opposite of Valentine's Day? Like,
No,
so-
mate. To truly be hurt by it is to give the words power, and they don't deserve the power, the pain they cause. No, great. It's hilarious because actually I'm very successful.
Yeah,
just not
correct.
not as successful people in Leicester.
From Leicester, yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, Leicester are a very good team.
They
So-
are, yeah.
So,
And look at Casper Schmeichel's father. I think he'd tell you how successful he is.
Famously
sure-
in Leicester.
it's your birthday very soon, MJ.
Yeah, I'm going to be 33 next week. I'm buzzing.
What date is your birthday?
The 12th.
12th of February. And what is your mother's maiden name?
Okay. This is going to be like the
And then
porn
I'll
star
just
name.
need your bang.
Sonic. I'll save you the trouble, mate.
Brilliant.
Wait. Oh, actually, no. Can we blur that out in case people need to? I've just realised what you're doing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
What did you think
let's
he was doing the
bleep.
first time you realised what he was doing?
Porn star names.
Wow. That's weird that's where you
Yeah.
went.
Can we bleep all the sensitive data I said, actually? It's a bit fucked up, though. Yeah, it is weird that I have to do annual anti-money laundering and fraud training and somehow just just completely became unaware that, this voice was going to be projected out to thousands of people. Limitless people, really. Well, it's limited. Everyone on Earth.
Is it the porn star name thing was purely invented to get people's first pet name and the mother's maiden name two commonly asked
Yeah,
password retrieval questions?
100%.
But
Wow.
100%.
really? But
Not-
no one
yeah.
was writing that information down, were they? Wasn't it just a meme that just said your date is your first name and your whatever?
If you posted it on Facebook, you would be fucking flooded with silly bastards.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's only because I'm friends with you on about 5 of my accounts.
Exactly. Just
Oh.
No. Yeah.
no, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's carry on with the podcast instead of talking about porn stars. If my
Yeah.
introduction was not sufficiently explicit, I'm sure the remaining chat will be sufficiently so. If MJ tells any stories anyway.
Mm.
Oh. Tonight, in preparation for Valentine's Day, we shall be talking all about romantic food, Valentine's products, and, of course, aphrodisiacs, which are like normal disiacs, but with much frizzier hair. Didn't write that joke, just improvised it there and then.
Really? Love it.
In the absence of any guests and things like random questions, we're going to start straight away with the Quivia.
Yes, Quivia, time to play Quivia. Yes, Quivia, time to play some Quivia. It's like a cross between some trivia and a quiz and a such extent the two of those two aforementioned words. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yes, Quivia, time to play Quivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yes, Quivia, time to play some Quivia.
Wow.
Yeah,
Right
it's a
in with it.
Quivia, time to do some Quivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A.
I-
Yeah, it's a Quivia, time to do some Quivia.
It's like a cross between a Quivia and a quiz, and it's such a standard to put that there was two different words. I-V-I-A. Yes, time to play some trivia.
Yeah.
It's all right, Nate. You're editing this week, so
Oh,
you can.
fuck.
Oh shit! Fuck! How are you gonna bleep out all my information? You know how
That's
to
a good
do
point,
that,
actually.
right?
I don't know how to bleep that out.
Just have to leave it in then, won't you? Should have thought about that, Michael. Right, Quivia this week. I would like to use the medium of the WhatsApp message, if that's okay, please, so that we
sexual.
can keep it, so that we can keep our answers away from each other. So if you can WhatsApp me individually rather than to a group chat. Let's start with question 2, purely because I want to save the first question that I wrote till last. Okay, question 2. These are all Valentines themed Quivia questions. Valentine's food. If a medieval girl ate roasted hedgehog on Valentine's Day, what was it said would happen to her? Can I have? Oh, I've had some. Oh, they've already started sending me some things. Nathan sent me a provocative emoji. And Michael. Oh no! Michael sent me many. Nathan has sent me a photograph of his penis. Yeah. So what would happen to what would happen to the medieval girl? Answers, please.
Nate's video has just popped up for me, and I hope it's not the only thing that just pops up. So, sorry, what do they call roast hedgehog?
Yeah, if they eat roast hedgehog, what would happen to her? I've had Nathan's answer. Michael is typing. Michael is still typing. Michael needs to type quicker because the format doesn't work if you are just prodding your screen with your sausage fingers. Come on, Michael. Still typing. Oh, here we go. Oh, very nice. Let's write that down there.
Yeah, I thought you might like that one.
Yep. Okay. Let's
go
go
for
for
this in when I edit, or?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
Let's go for question 3, which for the purposes of tonight is playing the part of question 2. In Japan, women give chocolates to men on Valentine's Day. I like that. It's progressive.
Yeah.
We should see more of that over here. With men being expected to return the favour on White Day. I don't like that. That's less progressive, if anything.
Degressive.
White Day also falls on the 14th of a month. But which month? Which month? White Day, the 14th of which month?
What's the whitest month? June?
I can't tell you that, Nathan. Can't tell you. Michael's typing.
December would be White Christmas.
Michael's giving me an answer. No pressure on pressure, actually, Nathan. While you're doing this, I'm going to play with. I've got like a pen that you can. Is
it one of those ones that where the milk comes out the top?
No, you press buttons on the back and it's a taco, but you press buttons on the back and it makes the taco box.
Right.
That's clever. That's really good.
Sorry, can I hear more about this milk pen idea?
I thought it was. No, it's not an idea. It's one. No, I've got it here.
I think you're thinking of a penis.
No, I thought it was one of these. Have you seen these? You press that and let the milk comes out there. Well, yeah, if it had milk in, it would come out, but I've used it all already.
Milk?
Yeah, milk. Yeah, it's a milk pen. Have you not? You unscrew that. Fuck's sake! I can't believe you've never even seen this. There's a milk pen. You unscrew the top. You pour the milk in there. And then it's for like your tea at work, because when people have shared fridges and they don't trust the other people's milk. And then when you get to work, you just go like that. And the milk comes out the bottom, and then your tea's got milk in. To be honest, though, I had it in my pocket, and my body heat warmed it up. So when I had my morning coffee, just all this curdled sort of cheese coming out. It was fucking horrible. It was gross.
And on that note, let's get on to question 3. Which sexy fruit / foodstuff contains more nicotine than any other edible plant? It's 0.01 milligrams per 100 grams. Which sexy fruit / foodstuff contains more nicotine than any other edible plant? It's not a lot. Not a lot at all. I've had an answer from MJ already, Nathan. He was very quickly. Yeah, MJ's giving me his reasoning by message, which bears absolutely no relationship to the question. Okay, the answers. You're not taking this quiz very seriously, either of you. I'm offended. Question
Too
for
seriously, if anything.
question for.
Couldn't be taking it more seriously.
According to the National Confectioners Association, which style of candy is the most popular in the American Valentine's chocolate box selection? So, which style of candy is the most popular in the American Valentine's chocolate box selection? And by candy, what I mean is a chocolate.
Yeah.
Which type of chocolate that you might find in a chocolate box? Which is the most popular in...
Stuart, are you going to be asking any hard questions, or are they all going to be easy?
Well, you are finding this quiz much easier than I thought you would, Michael. So next time I do a quivia, I will obviously make the questions more difficult for you.
Oh no, sorry. Is this no, sorry, no. That the difficulty level is just about above my level. It's about fine, really. I wouldn't want it to be changed.
Well, okay. Let's have the last question, which takes the form of a kind of tiebreak if we need it.
Doubt we will. I know what my answers are.
Oh, do you know what? It's closer than you might have imagined, Nathan, given the ridiculousness of some of your answers. Question number 5, which is going to be played by question number 1. The staple of Valentine's Day cartoons, comic strips, etc., the heart-shaped box of chocolates, was introduced by Cadbury's to drive sales at Valentine's Day. In which year were they introduced?
Ooh.
And I have to add a proviso on here. Whilst doing my research for this, I came across 4 different answers. Because there are hundreds, there are loads and loads of articles online of, Valentine's Day facts, and it's reported as being several different things. So I plumped for one in the middle. Okay, so it's the closest to the answer that I have got.
Oh, okay. I've just submitted 4 answers.
Well.
Take your pick of any of them. Whichever one's nearest, just choose whichever one's nearest to the ones I said.
Okay. Oh, wow. Crazy. Can I choose the one that's the year of my birth, Michael?
I didn't put any in the 1800s.
Should have done. Right, I'll take the one that you that. Which one would you like me to go for, Michael? Shall I read out your 4 years?
Let's go with the first one, shall we?
The first one, 1972.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Nathan Peterson. Right, shall I tell you what each other's answers were and the actual answers? Question: if a medieval girl ate roasted hedgehog on Valentine's Day, what would happen to her? Nate said she would grow pubic hair.
Oh, wow.
Michael said she would get extremely erect nipples. The answer is that she would dream of her future husband. A much more romantic answer.
Oh, I think I've heard that.
Do you know what? I thought I'd heard it. Like, maybe we'd even had it as a quivia question before.
We did have that, but it was putting something under a pillow.
Yeah, and then someone's... Oh, no, was it Kel said that all wide tables are about... Old wives' tables
and I thought, that's too obvious.
about...
Stuart's not going to pick up on that. This is going to be something sort of mildly sexually charged. So I sort of thought, hedgehogs look, a bit prickly. Pubic hair.
This is a very clean round. It's a romantic round of quivia, not a sexually charged round of quivia, Nathan. Question 2. So no one gets the point there. Question 2. White Day. You both went for the 14th of May.
Oh.
It's the 14th of March.
Ah.
So close. Yeah, far.
That's steak and blowjob day. So that's...
What, the 14th of March?
Yeah. Also my wedding anniversary.
Hey. Also White Day now as well. Well, nothing needs to change. Nothing needs to change.
I'm too woke to celebrate White Day.
The sexy fruit or food stuff that contains more nicotine than any other edible plant. Nate went for chewing tobacco. Michael, on the grounds that potassium was the key here, went for banana. It was byword for sexy fruit, the aubergine.
Oh.
Yeah,
You read my answers in the wrong order then, because I sent you an emoji of that.
So many aubergine emojis. Yeah, contains tobacco. I was very surprised at that. It's not particularly Valentine's-y, but aubergine in it. Right, the most popular. So far, everyone's got 0.
Well,
The most popular chocolate in the American Valentine's candy box is Michael went for Hershey's Kisses.
Kisses, isn't it?
Oh no, Nathan went for Hershey's Kisses.
No, I didn't.
No, Michael went for Hershey's Kisses.
Yep.
Nathan went for caramel.
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 Nathan was right. It's caramels.
What the hell are you talking about, you stupid man?
What do you mean?
It's Hershey's Kisses, duh!
No, it's not.
What the fuck are you talking about here?
It's like a
How
chocolate
can you
box.
sit here and say that?
Idiot. Finally, the box of chocolates was first made. Michael went for 1972. Nathan went for 1965. You were both miles and miles off, which must mean that Nathan won, because it was actually any time between 1860 and 1880.
Fuck off.
Sorry, what was my last answer?
1901.
Sorry.
So
That world famous saying. I'll take your last answer first.
No, I'm just playing within the parameters of the game and reading between the lines. Stuart said he went online and found 4 answers, so I gave him 4 answers. And
None of
Stuart,
them
can
were
you
right.
just read out what my last answer was, please?
1965.
No, my last answer.
All right, hang on. Here we go. My phone doesn't work.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I literally can't unlock my phone.
What's my last answer?
Oh, now they're just both sending me. No, Nathan's only 8 years out. 1860 he's gone for.
All right, what's my last answer?
1I703. Got to take your last answer, sorry, Michael. That's the game. 1I703.
One eye.
It's a road. At the end of it, you'll find the answer.
Brilliant.
Hello, it's MJ. You're listening to FRUK Unwrapped. Please leave us a review on iTunes and check out our other exploits, which does include our Instagram page at FRUKgram and our Twitter page at Food Review UK. And hey, we've got lots of awesome videos on YouTube. Thanks a lot for your support.
Thanks for playing Quivia. I'm never making Quivia again.
No, I've enjoyed that. I enjoyed answering.
Quivia can go back into the capable hands of Nathan Peterson.
God no. Oh God. God no.
I thought there'd be more dick stuff, to be honest. This is a Valentine's episode.
Yeah, I mean, you were quite well behaved, actually, so I thought there'd be more dick stuff as well, but you let us down, Michael.
Dick stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good name for the baby.
Listen to Objectively Podcast. Episode 6 online now, probably. No, maybe not. Listen to it though. Find it somewhere,
please.
Objectively Podcast. Right, let's get a move on then. So I had a little look on the internet, and I found a list, and this is from the Independent. We all know we can trust the Independent. The name suggests it, really, doesn't it? It's not influenced by anyone else. It's not the Sun. It's not
slightly more liberal than the others, isn't it?
Yeah,
but still
slightly more liberal, but still
independent.
Exactly. And I found a list of the top 10 aphrodisiacs. Top 10 aphrodisiacs.
Oh wow.
What I thought we'd do is I'm going to run down this top 10, and I would just like your thoughts on the food itself. Whether you think there's probably anything in it as an aphrodisiac, and whether you might be tempted to try it out on Valentine's Day, to perhaps to give your lovely wife a nice Valentine's surprise. What do you think? What are you expecting to see on this list?
Oh, I like this. A little guessing game first. I mean, oysters have got to be on there, haven't they? Strawberries. Champagne.
Seaweed. Champagne.
Seaweed? Is that one?
Seaweed's one of the big ones, yeah. Truffles.
I'm trying to think. There isn't like chocolate, maybe.
I think
Rohypnol.
Is it? No, you're getting confused. Isn't
Pineapple? Or is that
can't
just...
remember what it's called. Isn't celery? Is that just the one? No, I can't remember. I can't. There's one that you stick up your ass, and there's one. I can't remember which way around. Oh, I'm not going to say it in case that sounds stupid. Right.
You better find out which one you stick up your ass before.
Right.
Before you change your mind.
I usually wash all my vegetables before I stick them up my ass anyway.
Not after, though.
God. Right, let's make a start then. You mentioned this one. I've what we've got here. This isn't in any particular order. It's not a top 10 or anything. These are the top. These are the top 10, but not in any particular order. We've got chocolate. I'm going to read it. This is from the article. A sensuous food. Plus, it contains the chemicals anandamide and phenylethylamine, which boosts serotonin levels, the feel-good hormone.
Was that female leather? No, I can't make anything out of that. I mean, that's I don't know if that is an aphrodisiac really, or is it just makes people feel a bit nice because they've been gifted a tasty treat. Do you know what I mean? I can't think like chocolate's ever made me feel horny.
Maybe you're just not finding the right chocolates. Chocolate food that is made to be sexy. Like I'm thinking of, you see like these edible body paints and stuff.
Oh. Yeah.
That tends to be chocolate, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They say in unison, speaking from experience.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that just because it's malleable? Like it's not like going to be made out of bread, is it?
Ready paint.
Yeah.
I was going to get some of that chocolate body paint, but I decided to just roll her in egg wash, flour, and breadcrumbs instead.
Very good for 4 hours.
No. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm turning you to a McNugget.
Is that bread sauce on your crotch, or are you just pleased to see me?
Oh, Michael.
What?
I think with chocolate, surely, I think any of these times that chocolate gets talked about as having some kind of effect, it has to be like dark chocolate, doesn't it? Like, we're not talking about eating a 400-gram bar of dairy milk and then feeling sexy, are we? Like,
I think melted becomes inherently more sexual, I think, but you've got to be careful for burns.
Mr. Burns, or but yeah, I think chocolate is not just, like you say, it's probably not just the eating or consuming it normally. It's everything that it adds to. It's as Mark said there about melting, like chocolate fondue sets and things like that, obviously. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm wondering whether it's actually the chocolate itself that's an aphrodisiac, or it's
velvety.
It's what you do with the chocolate that sort of makes it, like the whole experience makes your partner maybe feel a little bit more, desired, shall we say? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, obviously everyone loves chocolate, so I mean, I think at the start of this, you said, would you give any of these to your partner? Oh, of course I'd give chocolate to my wife. Okay, I mean, cool. I don't know. Killed the conversation with answering your question.
Oh, right.
I'd give my wife a Kit Kat. She can choose from 2, 4, or just one chunky one.
Oh, Michael. Right, the next one is another pretty obvious one. You mentioned this one. It's oysters. I'd never even thought about this. In the Independent article, the first line is, their appearance isn't just suggestive, it's slap you in the face schoolboy innuendo. I'm assuming that they're suggesting that an oyster looks somewhat like a vulva.
Yeah. I mean, not one that I've seen, to be fair.
No, but that seems to be what they're suggesting. They are high in zinc, which can boost the old semen production. And can regulate sexual hormones. I like that idea that it can either, if you're feeling a bit under, it can bring you up. If you're a bit over libidinous, it can cornflake you down a little bit.
Sorry, what was that word you used there? Libidinous.
Libidinous, yeah.
Is that a real word, or was that just a Stuart beauty?
No, libidinous. Full of libido, full of libidinous.
Why are you getting up in libidinous?
Let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. Let's shut the shit down on these clowns. Can I get a witness?
Why are you singing that like you're like a 1940s newscaster?
What is that song? I recognise that.
Eminem, innit?
Oh, yes.
Levels.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one said hell yeah, though.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, why was I singing? Is that the kind of accent you want?
A
Nah.
little bit, yeah.
Always never had them.
I've not.
No, I've never had them.
Really?
Slides
Yeah.
down the throat, doesn't it?
Yeah. I've eaten oysters. I only on my honeymoon, and at the time I was like, well, we'll get some oysters because we're on the west coast of America, so you're up around we're up around the Oregon coast and the Washington coast, so everything's seafoody around there. Like if you're ever going to eat oysters, eat them there.
Right.
And like, you have to kind of get over a mental hurdle to eat them, and they're pleasant enough. There's nothing necessarily unpleasant about them, but at the same time, you do have to get that first one out of the way, and like, because they are weird.
I mean, bearing in mind you're a man who's told us before you have to psych yourself up for custard. Like I feel like oyster is sort of condensed custard in terms of the texture and all that sort of side of thing.
Yeah.
Are they?
Well,
This
yeah,
is
to
going to
make
sound like
a-
a really stupid question. Are they cold? Are they served cold?
Yeah.
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 I do have to make a slight correction though. You actually you won't find amazing oysters in the northwest of America due to the warmth coming from the Pacific Ocean. The oysters don't actually breed particularly well in that area. You want to head over to the east coast where you've got the colder and cooler waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Washing away the bullshit from your ears.
All right, Fred Talbot.
Joking anyway, mates.
Yeah.
Making it up.
Brilliant.
Just like making shit up to make myself sound smarter. Just for a fraction of a second, people think I'm woke and competent.
According to this article, though, despite the fact that they're high in zinc and they can regulate your sexual hormones, apparently it's the intimate way of eating because you have to slurp them.
Oh yeah.
That gets us going. Nothing gets me going.
Fucking hell. Come on. Nah, I mean, I've never actually. I'll even go so far as to say that I've never even been around anyone that's eaten oysters, so I can't really talk to how like revolting they appear. I've only ever seen them on TV, people eating them.
Probably need to put Buddy some oysters.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not 100% certain. I don't know if I want to be in a room stuck with David and Michael who suddenly got horny around me.
Well, I reckon I could do something to an oyster that would put an end to the question of whether it could regulate my horniness. I bet I could do something to an oyster to disprove that theory.
Is it something
And
we
it
can do with
wouldn't be
celery?
eating it. Oh, that sounds like a challenge. I'm gonna need a wooden spoon or something.
Oh God! Right, let's move on to something.
Not that end.
They have eaten. Asparagus.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Shaped like a penis and a good source of vitamin E, which is involved in stimulating the production of sex hormones.
Sorry, your dick looks like a spear. Poor Gemma, Christ.
Do you not think that they're a bit penile?
It's got the sort of the head, I guess, isn't it? Kind of.
Bit bulbous at the end, yeah, maybe. And if you snap it enough, it will naturally just break in two where it's ripe.
Also, I think Stuart was referring to the colour rather than the shape.
Oh, rancid.
Fun fact: love asparagus. To be fair,
Good, isn't it? I like asparagus.
Yeah,
I wish it wasn't as expensive as it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I've heard that being a aphrodisiac. Famously makes your pee smell.
Yeah,
Well, look, apparently it makes everyone's pee smell, but only some people can detect the smell of asparagus in their own urine.
Ooh, what about in other people's urine?
I think that's a similar thing as well. They can do. I think that only some people can detect the smell of asparagus in other people's urine. There are various variables around the detection of.
Hang on, Claire, before you piss, let me just stick mine in there and see if you've had asparagus.
He's feeling amorous already.
Who's eating my fucking asparagus, right?
All piss in these glasses.
Fucking hell, mate. What is this, a witch hunt?
Yeah, I don't know. I love, like I say, love a bit of asparagus.
I think it goes up there with because we probably don't eat it as often as we'd like.
Feels like a treat.
Because it is slightly expensive and it is quite a distinctive flavour. Do some of these foods fit in with foods that you would eat if you were cooking a special meal, and therefore they do sit in that kind of Valentine's romantic meal and become an aphrodisiac that way rather than actually any scientific way. Like you mentioned truffles before. Truffles aren't on this list, but they're the same kind of thing. You're not just like whapping shaving some truffle over your beans on toast, are you?
Oh, I mean, that sounds like a sexual innuendo anyway. I'm just whapping some truffles over my beans. No, I think you're right. That's what I was trying to say. Is like, I don't know if some of these foods are aphrodisiacs because of what they do to the body chemically, but rather than you have them at times that makes you and your partner feel more special and things like that. So it's more just that they happen to be during times where you're more likely, Valentine's. Everyone loves each other at Valentine's. Everyone wants to have sex at Valentine's. So therefore, oh, what did you have? Asparagus. Oh, it must be that then.
Yeah. I mean, this article does suggest that there are chemical reasons for these sort of vitamin E in the asparagus. But right, number 4 in no particular order, chilies. Spicy food warms you up, gets your heart pumping, stimulates nerve endings, increases blood flow.
Rub them on your privates and you get a bit
make
tingly.
Sure you wash your hands afterwards. I got chili in my eye the other day.
Sorry?
Did ya?
Yeah, I got chili in my eye the other day.
Is that a sexual thing?
No.
In general?
No. Been married for 10 years, mate. It's I was cooking and rubbed my eye, and the next minute I was in agony.
Oh,
not good, is it?
No.
Not good. No.
What were you cooking?
Chilies.
Can't remember. What was I cooking? I think I was cooking
toast.
Miso aubergines.
Miso horny.
Miso aubergines. It's good. Vegan vibes.
Yeah, decent.
No,
yeah.
Nice.
You sure want the miso that you got in your eye?
Good times. I think there's chilies. I think definitely with chilies, they are. Chilies definitely switch you on.
Oh,
I'm not having that. They waken you up and get you going. They're a big mood.
I'm always on a 10 anyway, to be honest.
They are a big mood changer.
But I don't know. No, not for me. I don't think it's ever done it for me or anybody I've been around, to be honest. And it doesn't even, like we were just saying about aubergine, but like we were just saying about asparagus and like the times you eat it, and maybe it's linked to what you're doing rather than the actual food itself. I don't think chili necessarily has that effect because you'll have heat and chili throughout the year. So
actually, I reviewed the Iceland number 999 Carolina Reaper curry the other day with Michael, and we fucked afterwards, and neither of us were really sure why. It might be that. We were listening to Lionel Richie as well, though, so it could have been that.
Oh God, the combination of chili and Lionel. Jeez, no one can resist.
Chili and Lionel. That's like a Netflix special or something, isn't it?
Lionel and chili. Yeah.
Carolina Reaper.
Fucking hell, that's a bit heavy. Christ.
Right.
A bit too much on that one.
Moving swiftly on to watermelon. It contains citrulline, which relaxes blood vessels in much the same way as Viagra.
Also on this list, the most fuckable of the foods, because you just cut a little hole in it.
Yeah.
Time to go to Party Town.
I fucking love watermelon, mate.
Careful of the seeds. Get one of them caught in the end.
Adds a bit of danger, mate.
Christ,
We all love a bad girl, boy.
That would be excruciating, wouldn't it, if a watermelon grew at the base of your shaft? No, we can laugh and joke, but it would be excruciating. It would be very inconvenient as well.
Are you a big watermelon fan then, Michael?
Massive. Yeah, I was smashing them this year, mate. When they're back in season, I'll be smashing them.
Year of the watermelon.
How do you feel? How do you feel about watermelon, Nathan?
I don't particularly enjoy it in its fruity form. I find the whole melon thing dead, to be honest. I don't find them particularly tasty. I don't particularly like the texture. I'm not really a fan of melons in general, and watermelon. Probably watermelon would be my favourite of the melons.
Right.
Actually, my favourite of the melons would be breasts, but watermelon would be my favourite of the non-comical sense.
Give me a seedless and a knife, and I'll eat it. I'll prepare it and then eat it. I got into them. I got into it massively this year. I would now, in fact, call myself an expert ripe watermelon locator.
No.
Right. Cool.
Stuart, yourself, you fuss one?
Not that big into what I do like melons. I like the Gallia melon and the cantaloupe and the Ogun melon. Not a fan of a honeydew, but I find the watermelon sometimes cold watermelon on a hot day is lovely.
It has to be fridge.
Oh yeah, like super super cold. But
yeah,
I find it quite grainy.
Yeah, I don't. I can see why they'd be refreshing on a summer's day and stuff like that, but I just don't particularly like the flavour, and the texture's just. Yeah.
Oh, I love that fracture apart, ice cold, cracky text, like sharp, almost crispy texture. I do actually just want to say, basically,
then that sounds like aphrodisiac confirmed anyway.
Yeah, correct. If you want a nice one, right? You want to pick one up feel its weight because you want one that feels heavy for its size. You want to look for a large, deep yellow or strongly coloured field spot, because these watermelons grow on the ground. If it's got a small pale spot, you know it's not been there for long, sitting on the ground, so it's been picked too early. Whereas if it's got a large, deep yellow or deep in colour and large field spot, you know it's been sitting in the sun and ripening for a long time. You want one as well. You want one that's come off the stalk clean as well. If it's still got a bit of the stalk on there, then you can see they've tried to pull it off and they've taken the stalk with it. When it's fully ripe, it'll come off really easily. So you want no stalk, no brown patches, anything like that. Yeah, all those sorts of things, and you'll be on your way to a lovely little melon, let me tell you.
When it's fully ripe, it'll come off easy. That's
not my word.
All right, the next thing I don't reckon any of us have heard of, but I'm going to put it on there because it appears on every single list I found. It's called maca. Looks like a cross between turnips and parsnips. It's a sweet root vegetable, and it has been nicknamed Peruvian Viagra. And animal studies have indicated some aphrodisiac qualities. I do like this idea that they've been giving it to animals and then watching them.
Rabbits, probably.
It reminds me of one of my work colleagues told me the other day that he has got a dog and he has been putting it out to stud, and he makes he makes like hundreds of pounds for every time his dog goes to work on a visiting dog.
Right. Does he have to watch it?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that was my question. Not only do you have to watch it, there's an element of involvement, an element of involvement at the end, because dogs lock together. So when they're finished, if they realise they're locked together and panic and try and run away, just pull his knob off. So you have to essentially hold them in place, rotate one dog, and then just hold them for 10 minutes while the male dog deflates, and then he can remove himself. 250 quid though.
Taffy.
You know.
Taffy.
You give my dog's shagging his dog. Wouldn't you get 250 quid from you being framed for doing that? Like, I don't know.
Could double up.
Yeah.
Instead of just watching film it.
I don't really want to cradle my dog whilst it deflates.
You will.
Or someone else's. Oh.
When I told this to my wife was like, surely you could just pay someone 50 quid of the money to come round and be the dog handler. I was like, imagine that. Like, it's one thing. What do you do for a living, mate? Go around to strangers' houses and watch their dogs.
I had dogs until they're no longer around.
50 quid doesn't sound like enough to do that job.
No.
Like, that's you're doing that for pleasure, to be honest, if you're doing it for 50 quid.
If you're subcontracting it out, though, like, anything more than 50 quid means it's not worth your while pimping your dog. Madness. Oh. There's like an app for it and everything. It's like Tinder for dogs. You go on it and like there was one dog, my mate, his dog will only serve, is the term. He'll only serve other pedigree dogs of the same breed. There's one bloke on there, 50 quid, and he puts in his advert, bring round whatever you've got. He'll do a Jack Russell, he'll do a Beagle, he'll do a Poodle, a Spaniel, whatever you want. He'll have it on your cat if you want.
To be fair, it's 2020, and that's probably the attitude they should all be having.
I was chatting a little bit about dog breeding the other day with someone at work actually, and they like I'd never thought of this before. But just the horrifying notion is them explaining to me like about how certain breeds of dogs have to be like the male has to be the right way round, like it has to be like a female Doberman or whatever, because the bigger dog, if it was a male, is just gonna fucking pulverize a little dog. Gonna fucking explode it with his big massive dog dick.
Yeah, but equally, imagine a Jack Russell trying to shag a St Bernard. Right, how's that gonna work?
Oh dear.
Sorry about Beethoven's Fifth. I don't know.
You've been listening to Doggy Style, the latest podcast from
the latest podcast in the FRUK Unwrapped family.
You've heard us talk about food. You've heard of Obsessively Bad.
Obsessively.
Now, hold on to your locked-in dog as we... Sit back, we got it from here. I've had maca powder from Aldi.
Can you spare some change? We've got ears to feed. We come to you with open hands, but instead of on the streets, we're begging on the podcast. Do you want this episode to be our last? Will you please go to Patreon and donate some cash? If you enjoy the Food Review UK content on YouTube and here on the podcast, then please consider heading to patreon.com/foodreviewuk and making a small donation.
Have you really?
Yeah, I went for a smoothie phase a couple of years ago, and I used to put maca powder. So I think they still sell it actually. So I used to pop that a little bit of that in my smoothies.
To increase stamina and height and awareness. Did you feel?
You weren't doing it at the same time as the watermelon, will you, mate? Fuck me, Claire's in for some trouble with that.
It explains some difficult positions I was put into during some training. I don't know.
Michael's favourite next, celery. Celery.
Up your bum.
Up your bum.
Okay, no, I was joking.
You can stick it up your bum for all you want, but according to this, phytoandrogens, which is similar to testosterone and can increase sexual desire in women. I'm not sure what it's been doing to you when you've been shoving it up your bum, Michael, but it almost certainly has not been acting as an aphrodisiac.
limited effect, I'd say.
You're plugging away though, aren't you? Yeah.
Sometimes, they call it peacocking, don't they? But the ladies don't find it too impressive, and nor do the blokes.
I've never heard of it as
a nice leaf on the end, though.
No, but then, I've been eating celery almost non-stop for the last 18 months, and it's done nothing for me. So, but then again, I'm not a woman, so.
Yeah. This next one's not that obvious. The pomegranate. Again,
Ooh.
high in antioxidants, so it boosts blood flow, in turn increasing genital sensitivity.
Oh.
Eating it or?
I'd imagine so, or shoving it up your bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was seedy, but.
Weird fruit, innit? Pomegranate.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You got to knock it out, haven't you?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, bear in mind, you're eating just the seeds, essentially, rather than any flesh. Are there any other fruits like that?
Wait, what?
Well, pomegranate's it's the seeds you're eating, isn't it?
What? Are you supposed to eat the seeds?
Yes.
No. I've seen them do it on Jamie Oliver and whatnot. They pick out, they whack out the thing, and then you're left with just the fruit.
Yeah. And
when do you ever eat the seeds?
And how does that taste then?
Well, I've never managed to get my teeth through one. It's too fucking hard. But I thought that was the point, because they're quite expensive, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. No food that is expensive is easy to eat. It's part of the challenge. Look at all the expensive foods. They're really hot. I don't know where I'm going with this.
No, it's a good one though. I like it. We'll put it in the best of the year. Yeah. Any other fruits like that? That's just you eat the seeds.
I don't think so. Although I don't know, right? Here's the thing. I don't know what. Oh yeah, passion fruit.
So you sort of get the juice in the pulp as well, don't you?
I don't know. As soon as you start like doing a bit of research on different things, and you find out that actually this isn't a fruit, it's actually a berry, or no, that's not a berry, it's a nut, or it's a this, or it's a legume, and like I thought I had it down. Like you know when you're a kid and you find out that tomato is not a vegetable, actually, tomato's a fruit, and someone will say it, and you go, actually, I think you'll find, and then you've got it sorted. Like they'll be talking about peppers, and they'll go, and you clock, and you go, peppers are a fruit. You go, actually, so if it's got seeds in it, it's a fruit. If it's got seeds, it's a fruit. So you think if you say, cucumber, it's a fruit. Oh, what about butternut squash? That's a fruit. And then they go, actually, no, butternut squash is a gourd. Like, what? A gourd? Like, there's too many classifications. It's like Digimon all over again.
Yeah. It's 2020. Yeah. Fruits can identify as what they want, mate. They can be. Yeah. I'm looking forward to blowing Adelaide's mind with shit like that when she, the whole tomatoes are fruit, because everyone knows that tomatoes are fruit nowadays.
Yeah.
Except
back in the 80s though, that was kind of blowing knowledge, weren't it? Yeah. Michael.
I had a fruit called a Cherimoya recently, right? And that was quite a sexual experience. It was dirty and buttery and like sweet and drippy, and you had to, if the seeds are like poisonous, so you've got to basically eat the flesh out, but you've got to get the flesh off of the seed. So you've got to put the poisonous seed into your mouth. It's only poisonous if you bite into it, and spit the seed out. It's a very sexual experience. Is Cherimoya on the list?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I can see it. It's a weird little. It looks like it looks like a hop or a.
Yeah.
That is weird.
It is so fucking weird, honestly. I'll upload the video soon.
Custard apple.
Custard apple, yeah.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Oh.
They're weird. They're so strange. It was a really weird
experience. Like bubble gum.
So yeah, custard apple is it definitely has vanilla-y notes.
Weird.
I know we've gone on a massive tangent here, but did you know allegedly? You know how banana flavoured sweets don't really taste like traditional banana fruit.
Yeah.
By all accounts, they tasted like a breed of banana that basically was around years ago.
Oh,
and
went extinct.
Yeah.
All bananas are inbred, aren't they? No.
Yeah.
They
like,
all from like one
people,
banana.
like people from Bristol.
Anyway, let's get back to the list. This is Valentine's banana fruits.
Well, banana is next on the list. So
Okay, I've got a fun fact about bananas. Did you know? Bananas. Is it again just because of the phallic shapedness that helps the libidinous?
potassium.
Potassium, yeah, good.
Chris Evans in Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a sundae. It's a banana split.
Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably the reason, actually.
I'm not sure. It's not another teen movie.
Yeah.
Considered to be a good film or a bad film, because that whole range of spoof films that came out around that time were generally awful.
So Not Another Teen Movie gets a bad rap from a lot of people, and those people are absolutely idiotic. Not Another Teen Movie. Sorry?
Lenny Briggs got a gun. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm not joking. Not Another Teen Movie is absolutely excellent. It is one of my favourite comedies of all time. It was one of the first spoof films of that era. It was written brilliantly. It had great gags, great callbacks. It had several actors from the films it was parodying. Great moments, great characters. It launched the career of Chris Evans. It's an absolutely phenomenal film. Like, genuinely, it's one of my favourite comedies. And whenever I hear anyone slag it off, I say, no, don't slag it off. No, I do genuinely get really angry when people slag it off because they put it in the same fucking tier as like epic movie and shit. But no, it's one of the front runners. It's clever. And Chris Evans is absolutely hilarious in it.
Did you ever watch Meet the Spartans?
Oh God, no.
No.
That was one of the worst films I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's a bad school of spoof.
I liked Scary Movie.
Scary Movie's great as well.
And maybe 2 or 3 of that series, but all the others have not really. Like I've seen Not Another Teen Movie, and I think I watched it and it was fine. I didn't hate it by any means. It's better than most of them around like Epic Movie and all that crap. They're fucking awful. But if we're talking spoof movies, take me back to the 80s. Give me Police Squad. Give me Airplane. Give me Hot Shots. Give me.
Oh, Not Another Teen Movie's up there with Airplane for me.
Give me Loaded Weapon.
The cast for Not Another Teen Movie was excellent. You got Chris Evans,
amazing.
Jamie Presley. I'd forgotten about Jamie Presley. Eric Christian Olsen. I said it's amazing. I'm now scrolling along and failing to find anyone else who's particularly recognisable. Molly Ringwald, Randy Quaid.
Yeah, it's great.
Mr. T was in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not another Mr. T movie.
Anyway, the final aphrodisiac that we have got on the list is...
Damn, shorty. Dog is pretending to be Asian and shit. That cracker is white. Can he see that, yo?
Rocket.
Oh.
Raccoon?
Don't call him a raccoon. It's packed with nutrients. It's really, really good for you. It's like a proper superfood, isn't it? But it's a good digestive aid. But will it make you go off like one?
Do you have to do a countdown?
I see what you've done.
10,
Well,
9, 8.
Oh, it's exploded!
Can't take back that you said it.
What?
What's up, Michael?
Just can't take back that you said it, can you? You should be ashamed if you said it.
Said what?
Just the whole rocket joke. Bad.
Awful. When Michael's telling you you've made a bad joke, you know you're fucking at the bottom of the barrel.
Throwing stones.
Was there any? What was the science behind it? It's got.
There isn't any. It says there isn't really any science behind it.
Oh.
They used to use it in love potions, but that Yeah, Romans used to use it in love potions. But...
Oh, in which case, give me some fucking frogs' legs and mouse tails or whatever they fucking stuck in them as well. Some slugs and shit.
All right, I will.
Yeah, not a fan of rocket, to be fair.
Right, I want you to choose one aphrodisiac that you would like to use on Valentine's Day this year to rev yourselves up for your good lady wives.
Well, based on curiosity, I'm gonna go with oysters.
Come on, Michael.
Just because, you know, never had them. They are, of that list, I think, the most famous of the aphrodisiacs, if you will.
Yeah.
I think I'll go for watermelon to lube my mouth up a bit. That's all right.
Lovely.
What's going in your mouth that you need lubrication?
No comment.
Oh dear. Right.
But am I allowed to bring the celery as well?
Oh dear. Right, aphrodisiacs out of the way. I want to talk about any other kind of Valentine's food. Now you, Michael in particular, are much more on the pulse of products and things that are being released for Valentine's Day. I see very, very, very little. Is there anything that's out generally around Valentine's, or particularly this year at Valentine's, that has piqued your interest and also your desire?
No, there is, because the thing is, right. So we're getting sent. Oh no, that's Easter. I just thought, no, that one's Easter. So yeah, really, I can only talk about something that I'm getting sent. Those fine folks over at Morrison's are sending us they've got like a Valentine's special meal deal on.
Right.
And I'll read out what's in it, because
this feels like a joke, weirdly.
No, this, to be fair, this is true. They do actually sound really good. So right, so you get to pick, right, it's £15 Valentine's meal deal.
Definitely sounds like a joke.
You're still smirking. This is entirely true, and this is just going to have egg on my face as I'm doing a review of these on Instagram soon.
Right.
Yeah, it's £15. What do you get? You get a starter for two, a main for two. I think you get either one or two sides, a dessert, and then you either choose either a wine or beer or a chocolate or a press, right? So you got, in the starters, these are all from like the best range, so the Morrison's finest sort of thing. Aubergine stack, camembert terre and share bread, Scottish salmon mousse, naughty, chorizo and cheddar stuffed mushrooms, and sweet potato and chili soup. Those are starters. Then the mains, celeriac steaks with portobello mushroom sauce.
Celeriac steaks?
Yeah.
I don't like celeriac.
This one will be more up your alley then. Sea salt and mint glazed lamb shanks with red wine sauce.
Not eating meat, am I? So.
Oh, wait, you're not eating meat at all?
Well, I don't know. I've eaten meat twice in the last month, and I felt I had some meat on Saturday. I had some chicken, and it left me feeling a little bit guilty afterwards, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't enjoy the meat-based meal any more than I've enjoyed eating vegetarian meals. And I just think if you're not going to enjoy the meat more so than you would enjoy a meat-free meal, should you be killing stuff?
Oh, fuck.
You had to kill it yourself?
No, but I would, I don't have any issue with killing animals, but I just with not really eating meat at all in January, I feel like it makes you realise that you don't actually need to. So whilst I'm not going to turn vegetarian, I'm not going to say I'm not eating meat ever again. I think I am moving towards a not eating meat lifestyle.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
can I ask how much meat Theo eats?
More than I. Not daily, but probably.
How does he feel about it?
He doesn't really like the vegetarianism.
Right.
He because we'll cook a lot of like proper vegetarian meals and even a lot of vegan meals, but they tend to be very vegetable based. And he's not that into vegetables because he's 8.
Yeah.
So he will often have an alternative meal. You know, sometimes it's dead easy.
Yeah.
Other times he does have something different to us, but he keeps talking about how he's going to be a vegetarian or a vegan when he's older, but he's just not prepared to give up the meat yet.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Wow, that's fucking mature. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, what an astonishing young man.
Yeah.
Prosciutto wrapped chicken breast with prosecco sauce.
Yeah.
British beef Wellington.
Yeah.
Scottish salmon with red pesto butter.
Probably go for that.
Corn butter.
If I was eating meat, I'd probably go for the lamb. As I'm not, I will kill fish. I will kill and eat fish. So I'll go for the salmon. But a celeriac steak, get a grip. That kind of stuff. That does my head in. Like when you see like vegan junk food and they've got Kentucky Fried Cauliflower. No, get out. Kentucky Fried Cauliflower.
They haven't sent it to me yet, so I'm still hoping to get sent it. So,
what are they going to?
Yeah, they're basically sending us the meal deal.
So, are you going to choose which ones you would like, or?
Yeah, so I've chosen the camembert tear and share bread.
Yeah.
The steak.
Yeah.
Celeriac steak.
So I'll read out the sides. Maris Piper chunky chips with Cornish sea salt and black pepper.
Yeah.
Which is what you chose.
Correct. Mature. Fucking hell, your video's dropped. I'd love to see your face for that reaction. Mature cheddar cauliflower cheese.
No, you didn't choose that.
Petit pois garden peas and soya beans.
No, you didn't choose that.
Green vegetable medley with Jersey butter.
No, I don't think so.
And Maris Piper Dauphinoise potatoes.
Probably that. You're a double potato, double carbs.
So I actually did go for the chips and the green vegetable medley because from health perspective.
Personal progression. Well done.
Otherwise, I'd be all over that Dauphinoise. I'd be all over that Dauphinoise like I am a celery stick. Desserts. Some interesting ones in here. Belgian chocolate and champagne profiteroles.
No.
Chocolate melt in the middle.
Nice, but generic.
Dolce de leche cheesecake.
You've gone for that.
No, he's gone for the profiteroles.
Wow. And twin raspberry panna cotta.
Yeah, he went for the profiteroles.
Well, profiteroles are among my favourite desserts, and panna cotta is among my favourite dessert. But Claire, I want to say Claire somewhat overruled because I was sort of on board this as well. Yeah, I went for the old Dolce de leche.
Correct.
Yeah. Then a list of wines and beers, and then a few presses and chocolates. But yeah, it's a really nice menu. £15. Stuff looks good.
They are pretty good, aren't they? These things, Marks and Spencers do them as well.
Yeah,
I think
they are good.
We often plump for one of those things around Valentine's because, apart from anything else, there's such good value. Like when you price them up and you get like a bottle of wine or whatever. Like if you get the Marks and Spencers one, you get like a £10 bottle of wine and 20 quid's worth of food for 20 quid. Like we'll often buy multiple meal deals and freeze elements because like you go, well, if we need 2 sides, and that's pretty good actually because you get 2 sides because most of them tend to be like a main and a side and a dessert or what have you, and you go, well, we need a carby side and a vegetable side, so that's pretty good. Yeah, fair play, Morrison's.
So when are you getting that? Don't know, just soon.
Yeah, don't know. Tried to ascertain when. It's been a bit. I think it'll be within the next week.
Who's going to cook it?
Oh, fucking hell, that'll be me, mate.
Right. Don't trust Calais. Don't feel she's competent enough.
She would tell her yourself she certainly isn't.
This is Timmy. Say hi, Timmy. Hi. Timmy doesn't know what podcast to listen to because people don't leave a review. Isn't that right?
That's right.
And isn't it also true you're not an orphan?
Absolutely.
There you have it. Conclusive evidence that orphans, and definitely not me using a higher pitched voice, have a harder life because you don't leave a podcast review. Reviews today. Save an orphan.
So Claire would admit that she is incompetent.
Probably, yeah, cooking.
Right, I'm just going to message that in the FRUK.
I mean, I don't know why we need to. I don't even know why we need to explicit. Like, I said that with such soft tones,
MJ,
and you're just going to put it in black and white and make it sound obviously far worse.
MJ, just to try and get you out of this, isn't there another product that you're also getting sent that's somewhat Valentine's themed?
Oh, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, we're getting sent a vagina finally. Originally, I wasn't going to reply to that because they sent us a message like last year, and then I said, yeah, all right, cool, wicked, and then they just never sent it and ignored us.
Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah, vagina made up. I think it's a vagina made out of chocolate or fudge.
Fudge, I would imagine, because it's called Vagina.
Vagina?
Yeah, Vagina.
Mingita.
I not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah.
It's just a shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna have to whack the old adult content on it, I think.
Bearing in mind, Michael's given deep throat to a small candy penis. I suspect him eating a vagina made of fudge will not tax him too much.
Hang on though, when you say candy, what are you referring to?
The dick in a box that I brought back from America.
Oh, okay, cool, fine, yeah. I thought you were referencing something else, and I was going to correct you that it wasn't candy.
Right.
Which is I've got a I won't go into that.
The only Valentine's related product that I've seen is that Galaxy have got the rose golden eggs. What they called? Is it golden eggs?
Is that for Valentine's, or do you think is that for Easter?
Well, I would have thought rose gold.
Eggs, though?
Yeah, for Valentine's.
Easter, is it? I don't know.
Fertility?
Yeah. sort of a crossbreed, mate, really.
Yeah, alright.
I mean, I was just thinking,
probably Easter, but...
Well, it's a bit of both, isn't it?
No, I don't agree. No, I'm not gonna shrug and just go, no, I don't fucking agree, mate.
I think it's a bit of both, mate.
I used to work with a fella who gave up teaching to become a chocolatier, and he sold more big chocolate penises than anything else from his expensive chocolatier's shop.
What kind of chocolate was it?
I don't know. It's not a joke. It's true. He said he sold more big chocolate penises than anything else.
Oh, actually, I think I bought one of them online. I never got sent it. I felt shafted.
Oh, Michael.
Sorry, balls that up.
It's good.
Should we have some social media, Michael?
Do you want me to read out some social media?
Ideally, yeah.
Right. So I got Instagram here, right? Every time we film an episode, we put it to you, the fine listeners. Invite you to come and comment or question on our sock meds. So we've got Instagram here. Luke C99 Singles Awareness Day.
Oh. Think more, don't they, about people that can't celebrate Valentine's Day because they're too ugly or
dead. Maddie Madworld. She's posted 12 heart emojis.
Oh, that's nice. They'll probably be for Jason, won't they?
I expect so, yeah. A couple of them probably for me.
Yeah, there he is.
Bonglangs.
Bongers! I wanted to go a bit different with sounds tonight.
Remember the days when one of my girlfriends would go rob chocolate bunnies for me? Nice Ferrero Rocher one as well. Yeah. Question is, would you rob for your boyfriend or girlfriend?
Rob what though? I guess.
I wouldn't.
If I needed to, I'll be prepared to.
Medicine if they were dying.
Yeah.
Fuck it now.
Chocolate bunnies if it was Halloween. If it was Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Or Easter.
Or Wednesday.
Depends what colour they are. If they're rose gold, then
Oh.
Luke C99. One of the Aldi Chocolate ones, or is it Dairy Fine Bunny? Bonglung says, no, it's a love ting. My bitch go in the co-op, fill her bag and leaves.
Nice.
Luke C99 says, big up Scotland.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. He's copied in Scotty787 and said, big up Scott Mid. But don't tell Johnny Hunt is a cunt. Good.
Brilliant.
Frankie Funko.
Funkers.
If your boo was a food, what would they be and why? And would you eat them whole like a snake?
I've never eaten a whole snake.
If Claire was a food, she'd probably be a peanut M&M.
Because they're incompetent, or
because she loves them so much.
Laura would be a peach.
nice.
She is a peach.
Wow.
Gemma would be celery. Because
Oh no, don't go there.
She goes up your arsehole.
Boggers.
No, he's had his one for the show, I'm afraid. I'm
the one who we're
limiting the bongers now.
Limiting them to one now.
Yeah.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart, then the very next day we recorded the pod A. This year me and Bullock's drinking some beer and not giving it to someone special. Luke C99 howling like wolves, not foxes.
Leicester
reference, yeah.
Wrong ones. Two awful football teams. Big up Tottenham. Coys. Come on you Spurs for the boys.
Be on your Spurs.
Luke C99, we love you, Liverpool, we do. Bong Lungs, boo, Liverpool, big up Tottenham, boo, Mo Salah. Curry lover, Tikka Mo Salah.
What is it?
Tikka
what is-
Masala.
Oh, yeah,
Tikka Mo Salah. Oh, that's pretty decent. I've not heard that. Mo Salah running down the wing. Walking alone like Liverpool. Usually char that one. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Getting a bit football in it.
Isn't it, lads?
Men.
Beer. Muddy Mad World. Valentine's food is me eating chocolate in my bedroom alone, watching Michael Jameson comedy and theme park life vlogs.
Oh, poor Madders.
Yeah.
At least she'll have a nice time.
Will she? The chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least she's got that, yeah.
Amelia Hills. Would you ever buy edible candy underwear for your partner? By the way, you should totally review it.
I would love to see you force David Goss to eat edible candy off Nathan Peterson. Edible underwear. Like a little, not off his genitals. Like get one of them. Get one of them little bras or something.
Yeah, I'm game.
Pop it on Nathan.
Me just watching.
I would never, ever buy edible candy underwear for my wife.
I think I would buy it as a joke and a cliche. I
Yeah.
certainly wouldn't expect her to wear it. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Just for the lols, isn't it?
How many sins in a pair of edible candy knickers, Nathan?
A lot if you're doing it right, mate.
Hey!
I probably shouldn't say this, but
You've done, haven't you?
there's relatively little that I wouldn't do or enjoy, generally speaking. But actually, food is not something that I like to mix with that. They're two separate vices. Bong, in my eyes. Bong Lungs, yeah, I would get Maddie Madworld a few pears and stairs for me to eat after a long day.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
And Uzi Char says, ops on KFC pizza.
Have you-
Opinions.
You haven't. No one's eaten it yet, have they?
No. I had pizza tonight and I chose actively not to buy it.
Did you get Pizza Hut?
Why would you? Why would anyone buy pizza if they had the choice?
Don't know.
Yeah. I went to Herbie's instead.
Oh, did you?
Herbie's.
Pepperoni? Perhaps?
No, barbecue meat feast.
What is Herbie's? Right. What's Herbie's? I don't know it.
It's a Pizza Hut. It's a Pizza Hut, but it's a pizza joint. It must be a regional.
Fairly small chain, but it's nice. They're you'd probably like their garlic bread. They do like garlic bread calzone, and it is fucking just filled with cheese.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really good.
Is it what price wise? Where does it sit?
Oh, cheaper than the main three. More
reassuringly expensive than a multi-purpose takeaway.
I'm not sure I would say it's cheaper than the others, because with the others you get vouchers, and with Herbie's you don't really get vouchers.
Well, I would ignore the vouchers because that's just getting that. Like I'm talking about if you're going directly through the website. Like their deals that they advertise openly. I mean, where are these vouchers coming from that you're getting, Michael?
Through the door, isn't it?
Papa John's?
I don't even buy pizza, but I get pizzas through the door.
I would. What vouchers are you talking about, MJ? Just literally the ones that come through your door, or finding other websites?
Yeah, I mean, so I mainly buy from Papa John's, so I just use one of the vouchers on their website.
Herbie's have got vouchers.
Yeah, Herbie's have got it as well.
25% off when you spend £25 or more. First time buyer voucher. Loyalty points. Buy £1, spend £1, get a point. Get 100 points and get £10 off your order.
Shit vouchers, mate.
That is rubbish. You need to
Papa
spend
John's 40% off, mate. That's what you want.
Jesus. You need £100 to get a tenner off. That's not bad. It's all right. Yeah.
Sorry, £10 off £100 spend.
You get £10. You get £10 off. You get 25% off a £25 spend, and for every £100 you spend, you get a £10 voucher.
Yeah, so it's all right. It's not bad, but I would say it's fairly. So I would personally say it's fairly expensive.
Oh God, no.
Wow.
I'd say it's no worse than any of them.
May I ask how much you spent?
I spent £28 tonight for a large pizza, 3 sides and a bottle of drink. 4 sides, I should say. 4 sides and a bottle of drink.
Decent.
Is that good?
I really like Herbie's. Have a look on YouTube and watch our review of the garlic bread.
No, I want you to answer my question, Michael. Is that bad? What I spent?
I think it's not great. Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look.
What sides did you get, Nathan?
What would you say? What would you say is the best then, price wise? Domino's.
Papa John's is the one that has the most consistently available 40% off. You rarely find a 50 these days.
Okay, let's have a look. Carry on with the.
What sides did you get, Nathan?
2 garlic breads, jalapeno poppers, and chips.
Chips.
Yeah, they do chips and they do burgers, which is unlike most pizza joints.
Wow. Cool. I was going to say that chips are dead with pizza, but no, that's fine. I'll allow it.
Yeah, but my mother-in-law is chips obsessed, so they were for her.
Okay, I'll allow it. Right, any more Sotman, Michael?
Just one over on Facebook, to be honest. Joseph Carter says, if you were a sad, lonely man, would you go out to a restaurant on your own on 14th of February, asking for a friend, #emotion times? That's quite sad, because I thought he had a partner.
Well, he was asking for a friend, so...
Did Joe go off social media for a while?
Yeah.
I know he tends to change his accounts frequently, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But I think he seemed to disappear off social media for a while and then appeared again. So I hope all is well with Joseph, because he, as much as I don't know him, he seems like a lovely, lovely man. To answer his question, though, I don't think I could. I'm not a big fan of... Depends what you mean by a restaurant. If I was in a situation where I had to go and eat by myself somewhere, I could, but never anywhere that I'd consider as a restaurant. Like, I've been into a Five Guys and eaten by myself. I'd go into like a burger joint or something, but I don't think I could eat in a restaurant by myself any day of the year, let alone...
Oh, Valentines, no. Certainly couldn't do it on Valentine's Day.
No. Were you at which branch of Herbie's did you go to then? Was it the Maidenhead The slough. Can't see a slough branch actually, Nathan.
It came up the slough.
So I assume Nate's trying to work out that Herbies is a better value than, or as good value as Papa John's. At Papa John's, you could get for £2 less than he paid. You would get a large barbecue meat feast, pizza sticks, pizza cheese sticks, bacon cheese sticks, chicken wings, a giant chocolate chip cookie, and a bottle of drink for.
But I didn't want those, so I would have actually been £25 or £26 out. So therefore, it was worse economy.
Yeah, if anything.
I wouldn't have saved £2. I would have spent £26 more than I wouldn't have wanted. So I don't really know what your point is.
I'm not even arguing because I fucking love Herbies anyways.
It doesn't sound like you do.
Well, do I love Herbies? I mean, none of it is anywhere near Papa John's.
Really?
Pizza Hut's the king, though, isn't it? That's where they make all the good stuff.
Genuinely, their pizza is shit.
Is it though?
Well, Pizza Hut, yeah, their pizza's not very good.
We have talked about this before, but Pizza Hut's so nostalgic for me.
Eating in at their restaurant, getting a nice deep pan, tastes really nice, but their takeaway is bad, man.
Dog Bob. Absolute Dog Bob.
I would, I do kind of crave sitting in, going to a Pizza Hut and actually dining in.
Yeah, same.
But I
love that experience.
Last time I ordered them for takeaway was a good couple of years ago. It was fucking awful, and I don't think I'll ever order them again.
Exactly. Did I tell you guys what I did in Blackpool?
Oh, God.
Christ, no. No, but you should tell the police.
Didn't come and see me, did you?
So, fucking, you were at school, mate. You're a teacher. So, Claire and I, we pulled up to where we were going to get dinner, and like it was a Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut next to a KFC. So we had the choice. So I was like, and this was quite soon after the Pizza Hut complained, but I was like, oh, we haven't had Pizza Hut in ages. Like, we haven't had proper eating Pizza Hut for ages. And, you know, when you do have it to eat in, it is nice. Let's go inside and let's have a look at the buffet. So I literally walked in. The guy was, like, standing at the door, and he was like, oh, yeah, what can I do? I was like, if it's all right, I'm just going to have a quick look at the buffet. So I went in, looked at the pizzas, and they just looked absolutely shit. They just looked garbage. So I walked past them. I was like, nah, we're gonna have something else. Shit, mate.
Right, okay, I will give you £50, and you can earn this £50 by doing one of two things. Okay, you can either eat Pizza Hut takeaway pizza, or you can hold on to a stranger's dog while it deflates.
How long is a dog going to take to deflate?
About 10 minutes.
Normal time. Yeah, I did that one. Different breeds of dogs, different locking mechanisms.
Oh dear. And on that note, that very romantic note, I think we'll bring the podcast to a close, boys. It's been romantic. I said at the start of this podcast that I hoped to be very. I'm trying to read it now. I can't even see it. Oh, I've just completely ruined the end of the podcast. I hope that I would be explicit and make you hard. I hope I have achieved both of those things. Possibly, maybe too explicit with regards to dog husbandry, and that may have affected your own erection negatively or positively. I'm sure it's regulated your libido anyway. Either way, brought it up or brought it down, like the Venga boys, up and down, up and down, and up and down, up and down.
I have to say, I did think the podcast was going to be a little bit more tender than it turned out. I thought it was going to maybe be something that Claire and I could put on in the background.
You still can.
On the special day. It won't have the same effect.
Who's going to cut me now I've finished?
How long did it take you to unlock? And will she mind? Oh, good.
Thank you for having me, Stuart. It's
No.
been a pleasure.
Thank you for allowing me to have you. Yeah.
Do you promise to give yourself to one another? To have her to hold until you deflate.
Always.
No, it's been lovely. Happy V-Day.
I'm sure there is an actual technical term for the deflation of a dog. If people could pop on social media, let us know. Let us know what you know about dog husbandry, because I think we've all come to the conclusion independently that we are going to go down this dog husbandry route with the podcast from now on, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well,
We're going to talk about. Go on.
There's money to be made.
Of course there is. 50 quid just for holding them.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a game there, like something sweet or savoury-esque.
No. Oh God, I don't want to play that. No. Oh God.
On that note,
I was talking about their dog's size, mate, not the...
the size of what?
Yeah. Probably.
Deflated or fully inflated?
Lipstick out, or...
Well, apparently it's not just the lipstick, because I said this, and he says the whole thing pops out, balls and all.
Hello? Yeah. Just got done filming it, yeah. I've been a lot more dog penises than I was expecting. Alright. Yeah, right.
Oh, goodbye, everybody.
See you later.
See you later.
Oh, that's going to be someone out there's first episode they listen to.
Yeah. Live podcast. This food podcast. Right, set now.
Someone's going to type into Google, Valentine's Day podcast.